Have any of you heard about the Nobel Prize? How many of you heard about the Nobel Prize? Just raise your hands. I won't ask you questions about it. Have you ever heard about the Nobel Prize? Okay, probably 5% of the students have heard about it. 10%. The rest of you did not even hear. About the Nobel Prize is the question, because you are not able to convey it to the students. So, what all categories in which Nobel Prize is awarded? Okay, what are the 6 categories? Physics is correct. Next. Economics is correct. Next. Chemistry is correct. Next. Medicine, correct. Physiology or medicine, correct. 2 more. Literature, correct. Last one remaining. Absolutely correct. Peace Prize. The reason why I had asked this question is, today we are organizing a science fair. It would be befitting if you can answer these questions, plus you know about the Nobel Prize, which is the highest prize that you can get in probably physics or chemistry or physiology or the medicine. Brief story about a scientist. I'll just tell you, have to guess who the scientist is. Born in a family in Sweden. His father was working in a construction industry. So, father ran the business for a few years. Then that construction business did not work very well. They moved from Sweden to Russia. His father got a job in Russia wherein he was developing military equipment for the army. After a few years, the scientist whom we know was a child back then. He moved to assist his father. He stayed for some time in Russia, then moved back to Paris. In Paris, he met an Italian scientist by the name of Sobrero, who discovered nitroglycerin. After his time in Paris, he returned back to develop his own invention. So while he was experimenting with nitroglycerin, what is nitroglycerin? It is a compound which is liquid in state but highly dangerous and volatile. So that scientist thought about making it more stable. So he wanted to develop nitroglycerin into a more stable compound. So what he used to do, he used to try every night. So he will mix nitroglycerin with one compound, keep it overnight, come back to his house and see if it works. The first time he did, it blasted. So the entire building blasted, it did not work out. He tried multiple times. One of the times, even his brother died because of the experiment. The government there had to ban all his experiments, told them that you cannot conduct your experiments anymore. But still, he went ahead, did it in water on a boat, mixed nitroglycerin with kieselguhr. That is nothing but a sand, siliceous earth material or a porous sand sort of a material. When he mixed nitroglycerin with kieselguhr, that became a stable compound and it resulted in the invention of dynamite. So, with the invention of the dynamite, it became useful both in the construction industry, in the gunpowder or the related artillery manufacturing industry. Everywhere it is being utilized, the same compound or the knowledge is being utilized. So the bottom line is, first let me ask you who the scientist is. Be able to solve a problem. We might not understand the rationale, but keep on persisting, keep on exploring, keep on experimenting, keep on trying new things. That creative thinking, that persistence, that hard work and commitment will definitely see you through. In today's world, you have so much of resources. You need not rely on anyone else but your own mind. Rene Descartes long back said, you think, therefore you are. On your thinking, your rational ability to make logical conclusions. So what my request would be, at this science fair, let it tinker, let it create that inquisitiveness in you, that curiosity. There are so many projects that are on display. We want every one of you to have that curiosity, to develop that interest, to creating a project into a new invention. Our only objective is to foster you into a budding scientist and who will contribute to the nation. So with that being said, wish you all the very best in your all future endeavors and may God bless you.